There are a lot of choices when it comes to bath fans. There are all kinds of features, different types of motors, airflow ratings, noise ratings. Some come with a light, some come with a heater, some come with lights that are supposed to kill germs, humidity sensors. Some have automatic sensors that come on if they sense motion. There are a lot of choices. Ultimately, I chose the Delta Breez Green Builder series. More specifically, I chose the model GBR80HLED. This particular model uses a DC motor. It's got an LED light. It moves 80 CFMs with no ductwork attached to it. But it also has a humidity sensor. That's what the H is in the model number. This fan has two different ways it can run. It can run continuously and then go into a boost mode when it senses humidity. Or you can just turn it on and off manually and it'll automatically turn on if it senses humidity. As you can see, it looks like any other fan, but there are two settings here. One is a continuous fan speed setting, the other is a humidity setting. Unfortunately, the internal backdraft damper has a lot of space around it, allowing leakage. I'll be removing that one and replacing it with a better one externally. I went over the wiring with my electrician, since he ultimately would be responsible for it. The two power wires will turn the fan on in its low speed, and then I can adjust that speed with the potentiometer that I just showed you. And then, of course, the light wires will turn on the light separately. And then these two mode wires will send the fan into high speed if I chose to have like an occupancy sensor or another wall switch to kind of give it a boost. Ultimately, I chose not to do that because I'm not using these fans as part of my ventilation strategy. I've got another plan for that I'll go over later. But at any point in time when the fan is running in low speed, if the humidity levels rise, it will automatically bump into high speed and start removing those humid vapors out of the bathroom so that we don't cause damage. And here we have the fan roughed in and installed, and the controls for it will be readily accessible when we commission the house. You'll also notice that I went from flex duct to hard pipe before I went out to the eaves, because remember, I am spray foaming this house. So I'm going to block around that pipe, and that way the spray foam has something rigid and consistent to adhere to. I didn't want to be spray foaming around flex duct when it penetrated into the eave. Another consideration is that the electricians will typically mount this fan. And a lot of times they mount it in a way that doesn't give a lot of thought process to airflow. They may make it where your duct connection is 180 degrees off from what you really need it to be. You want your duct lengths to be as short as possible with the least amount of turns, bends, and other constrictions. So have a say in how these things get mounted. You want to make sure that the fan is going to perform as intended. Finally, the budget conscious side of me really loved the price point. I mean, I'm getting all this performance, 80 CFMs, less than one sewn DC motor for builder grade pricing. So check out Delta Breez and their full line of products. This is not a paid endorsement. I just stumbled across this brand and was really impressed by it. But I'll have some more content as I start up and commission these fans and include them in my overall strategy. Until then, thanks for watching and stay safe.